All right. All right, just waiting for people to come in here. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. And what are you guys making over here?
We are making
Oh,
snack for
I
the
can turn
Saints.
this over here, huh? So you making what?
We're making a snack for the Saints. It's called cowboy dip.
Oh, how you pronounce it again?
Cowboy dip?
Cowboy dip?
Yes, it's
Okay.
basically a little cow dip.
Okay, you making cheese? All right, that's Amariah. That's Amariah's mother, sister Evelyn. They're making cowboy dip right there. And what is this right here? This cookie? Who's making this?
Sister Maya's making cranberry orange oatmeal breakfast cookie.
All right. Look at the little children working here. Then we got we got little Ayana and Zalame. They're making, what are you guys making?
We're making pumpkin.
Pumpkin? Okay. We got we got Sister Carisha right here. They're making some stuff. Shalom. Look at this. And then they got some, what's this in here?
Cornbread muffins.
Cornbread muffin. You got my wife here making some cornbread muffins. All right. You got my dad right there. But hey, so guys, look at this. I wanted to show you this. I just was walking in here, saw the sisters making, getting ready for this is prep day, so we are literally getting ready for the Shabbat. The Shabbat is not something that you just roll out of bed and just says, "Oh, it's the Shabbat." This is something that we literally labor with joy. This is not something that is done grievously. This is something that's done with joy. And it's so amazing when you see these children. See, we don't put Pastor Dow just put out a video talking about how mothers are concerned about putting their children in public school with the school shootings and things of that nature. And so I'm thinking like we homeschool our children. And guys, I am a person that actually, I would even say that homeschool is the only choice. And I actually put my own blood, my own children, my 7 children, never put foot in a public school. Never did. And when I look back on it, I regret that I put my children in private school. I paid top dollars in private classical Christian school. Now they're going to an NEW Lutheran school. But the reason why I bring this up to you is to let you guys know easily divided the way it was. Because the very people that I put them in are the very people who are teaching them to dishonor me. But let me read something to you here. I have to go to the scriptures. It said, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house and when thou walkest by way. And thou shalt lie." Okay.
I think every time you come into your
Okay, maybe it's doing close. Okay, but I should be okay right now. Am I okay? Anybody give me? Huh? Great, great. Somebody came and said I'm buffering, but I'm much closer now to the Wi-Fi. Can you believe that? But anyway, Atlanta dropped some wisdom. Okay, so let me keep on reading. It seems like you guys are. Just somebody let me know if you can hear me. Am I still buffering? I didn't see if I was buffering or not. And press the like. Okay, let me keep reading. So anyway, this is Deuteronomy chapter 6. I'm in verse 7. Okay, good. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7 says, "And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou lie down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them as a sign on thy hands, and they shall be a frontlets between their eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gates." Proverbs 22:6 says the same thing. I can hear you, sir. Okay. It says, thank you. It says in Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he shall not depart. People, listen, I literally thought I was doing Yah a favor. I thought I was doing the God thing. I literally sent all of my children to private classical Christian school. Thought that, but you know, when you're in Christianity, there's so many different denominations. There's no laws. It's a religion of iniquity. They practice lawlessness. Even when my children, or the whole thing happened in my marriage and things of that nature, you had teachers coming in and saying that, hey, if you want to talk to anybody, you come and talk to us, because both of your parents are acting like children, but none of them pointing them back to the Father. Even now, the very people that's blocking me from my children, with the obviously led by my ex-wife, is the schools. The schools are literally supporting my ex-wife. Providence Academy with Ron Young. Ron Young will say one thing, but in his footwork is doing a totally different thing. I still can't get the school to acknowledge me as 50-50 custody. I said I don't want my children doing Christmas program, doing extracurricular activity, and they refuse to honor me as the father, even though you can go to Numbers 30. Number 30 says that if the father forbids it, even Yah himself won't even hold that person to their vows. If the wife says it and the father comes in, he can forbid it, and Yah won't hold that woman. And if a daughter's in the house, same thing. But when you go to these Christian schools and they tell you that they're solo scriptures, or they believe in Jesus, or they believe in the Bible, but inwardly they have more respect for the unbeliever, for the court system, for the unjust law. They heard, guys, I'm a living proof. If I had, even when I was in Christianity, I really wanted to homeschool. But you know something? Remember I told you the making of a monkey, the flying monkey. My ex-wife did not want to do it because I was a simp. Yep, I'm a recovering simp. I wanted them to be homeschooled. She didn't want to. She always complained about I'm not organized. I really, it's hard. We have a great school here. Let's continue paying $20,000 a year. And let's send our children to the schools, to this private school, because, and then you know what she did? Because, and this is where women, this is why you want your women at home, cooking and cleaning and teaching the children. They're the frontline teachers. But instead, since we could afford to send all 7 children to a private school, you know what my ex-wife was doing? Sleeping during the day when the children go. So everybody sits here and give this woman all this credit. Say, well, she had 8 of your children. She must be ripping and running, taking care of your children. No, we spent money for a babysitter, somebody else, to be training up our children while she's at home getting her beauty sleep, or shopping on the internet, spending thousands of dollars on clothes. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm being open here to let you know I did it I was the Christians of Christians. I can't even think of any Christian that was better than me. I gave him money, time, energy, commitment when it came to being a Christian. And at the end of the day, when I woke up and Yah showed me the truth and how to and start keeping that, I wasn't keeping his commandments, and that I didn't truly love him, all of a sudden, Christianity rejected me, spit me out, hated me. Just like it says in John 15, because I was chosen by the Most High. I was the one that was chosen here out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Can't help it. I'm the guy that was chosen. He opened my eyes and opened up my ears. And then what happened? You can tell who is truly of Yah. Those who reject you are not of Yah. And those who are for you are of Yah. And so I found the children of Yah. And I can't tell you how much went into keeping me from the children of Yah. But I want to show you guys here, this is the type of stuff that I wanted for my children, my natural children, the children I had with my ex-wife. But look at this stuff. And this is the type of stuff was frowned upon. I didn't want my daughter going to school. I wanted her to learn how to be a good stay-home mom. I wanted her to be a good chase keeper, like the Bible talks about. But this is frowned upon in Christianity. Let me show you. Let me see if I can flip the camera here, guys. Hold on. Look at this. This is frowned upon in Christianity. These children are not in school, but they are in school. It's called home school. And look what they're learning. They're learning how to cook. Look at this. And they're having fun. Look at, they're eating. They're having fun. They're learning how to be a woman. One day, all of these women, these girls are going to one day be a wife. They're going to be chase keepers. You see that? Look at this. Let me. So you saw the 2 little girls here cooking. Now look at this. They even have toys where they can practice cooking. Look at this. They got their little pots here. This is part of homeschool here. And not only that, here's the beautiful thing about this stuff, people. They not only get to practice this stuff, but they get to see women at work. Look at this. Look, that's my wife right there. Look at carrying out the recycling. They actually get to see it. They not only get to do it by themselves, but they get to see women at work. And these women, they're not oppressed. Sister Maya, are you oppressed? Are you happy to be here? I mean, this is the sister that's from Milwaukee. She drives all the way from Milwaukee in a Greyhound bus, takes the Greyhound bus. Today is, no, she was here, you came yesterday, right? She comes a day early. You know, it used to be Friday. Now she's kind of sneaking in Thursday. It's all good. We take her. We love it. We love it. Look at this. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. Christianity don't teach this stuff. They actually encourages people to go to public school. Public school. Look at this. Now, the only thing we gotta find something for our brother right here, DeAndre. Look at DeAndre by himself. We got to get more. But where's Phoenix? You need to be outside with Phoenix. I think he's out with his father cutting out trees or something like that. But guys, this is what they call home school. We're teaching them. And then I'm gonna show you, so you don't think I'm making this thing up. I'm gonna show you where we just moved the classroom to the basement. So I'm gonna show you guys my basement here. Follow me here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you guys a tour. Just a nice tour. Going down, this is in the basement. Teacher, matter of fact, let me show you somebody here. Hold on. This is our homeschool teacher, Sister Evelyn. She actually went to school for education. Hey, Sister Evelyn. Hey, let me see, because I think I can. How long did what'd you go to school for? This is our homeschool teacher. They call it Teacher Evelyn. But anyway, how long did you go to school for to learn how to teach?
4 years.
4 years, 4 years. And aren't you the homeschool teacher here at Straightway Praiseland?
Yes, sir.
She's in charge of all the curriculum. Trust me, I know. I have to pay for all those curriculum that she requests. And we're working on that. But I want to show you our new classroom. We had it upstairs by the library, but we moved it downstairs by the recommendation by Sister Evelyn, Teacher Evelyn. We call it Teacher Evelyn. Not like your teacher Shane, but for the little children, okay? But let me show you this. Hold on. I hope I'm not buffering. Here is the new classroom. I tell you. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Please give me an 8. I think I do got boosters, but when I go from one area of the house to another area, it has to pick up. Can you guys hear me now? You guys just give me a 8 if you guys can hear me now. Okay, good. Guys, I do have a repeater. This is a big home. This is a 30,000 square feet home. And so when I go from place to place, it does have to pick up from the one repeater to the next repeater. So that's what happened. I was going downstairs, so I was crossing over where I'm being picked up by another repeater. So, but anyway, let me show you. So right here is where we're gonna have to order a round table where she can kind of teach all the children. So we're gonna let me look at this stuff. I mean, look at this. We got the commandments here. We got a calendar. Sukkot, we getting ready for the Feast of Tabernacle. I mean, this is the type of stuff, guys, that Yah has allowed me. If I did not wake up to the truth, I wouldn't be doing this stuff. This is the very thing that I've always dreamed of, and now I'm truly living amongst the people of Yah. Literally. This is where you can see the weight room right here, but this is this used to be the play area. Guys, look at this. You can see how much I didn't provide for my ex-wife. I can't tell you why she left. People will tell you, well, it's more than that. I made this room specifically so that when my ex-wife was working out, she could still watch the children and still be able to stay in shape and watch the children. But guess what? Yah had a different plan for it. Now we're using it for homeschool. So anyway, just wanted to show you, we got a nice little rug here. I mean, it works out. Didn't have to buy really not that much new furniture. We got the nice chair, floor so that it can't get dirty. You know how children makes a mess sometimes. So, but anyway, I just want to show you guys what homeschool is all about. We're doing it here, guys. We are doing it here at Straightway Praiseland. Yah is good in what he's doing. Now, if I buffer, I'm just heading back upstairs just to see if I can get to one repeater here. If you don't repent, change. Yes, yep, Worm Nette. I don't know if I ever say your name right. But anyway, guys, Hey, I just wanted to show you guys our sister at work, and I want to end this video by you seeing them at work because this is not making up. This is prep day, so they're literally getting ready for Shabbat. Look at this. Look at this. You see that? All the sisters cooking, guys. This is not them acting. This is what they're doing. This is prep day. Look at this. I mean, and so when you see all those wonderful meals that we be eating on the Shabbat, this is the people that are making. Look at this. This is some serious stuff. Mariah, what are you making there? She is literally helping mommy, teacher Evelyn. Look at this. This is beautiful. I mean, this is what they do. We keep them busy. Look at this right here. You got Maya from Milwaukee making us cookies right here. She loved making these nice, healthy cookies. These are not just, right? This is healthy, right?
Yes.
I know you make them healthy, right? So she makes them real healthy right here. And then look at it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to be doing another video later today, but just wanted to show you. I just thought it was a beautiful scene. Pastor Dell was talking about homeschooling, the importance of homeschool. Oh, matter of fact, let me get my Ishai here. Come here, Sister Bree. Did you see when they did summer school, homeschool at KC? Now, did you go to public school?
I went to a private school.
Okay, she went to. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear us? I was gonna make sure because they're cooking back there. Can you guys hear us good? Yeah, let me go in my office here. I want to hear. You went to private school your whole life, right?
I went to public school up until 8th grade, and then I went to private school, freshman to senior.
Okay, so how would you compare public school, private school? That's all and then she's experienced seeing it at KC and here at school. I mean, in homeschool. What would you say is the best type of schooling for children?
Homeschooling, of course, because in the public schools and private schools, they celebrate Christmas and all the pagan holidays, and they let you wear. I mean, of course, private schools, we had uniforms, but public school, you can wear what you want to wear, short skirts, and it's a stumbling block. It is. So how can you concentrate in school?
Like my children right now are going to a private school, classical Christian school, and they're forced. I can't even stop it. They won't even respect what I have to say. They're forced to do these Christmas pageant, do all of these things that goes against my religious belief. No matter how many times I write letters, I gotta go to the board. And they said that the only people that they will respect is the family court. That's all they respect. Okay, I'm gonna let Sister Bree go, but say bye to all the
Shalom.
Shalom.
Bless y'all.
All right. Yeah, I gotta get them back to work because this Shabbat is coming up. But literally, they will not. I can show you letters. They will not respect my will. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a letter here. Since I got you guys here, if I can find a letter from right here, guys. You guys just can't. I didn't even know I was gonna be talking about this stuff. Let me read this to you guys so you don't think I'm making this thing up. Yep, here it is. This is what it says. This is from Jeff Shaw. He was the board president at the time, the board president at Providence Academy. And this is what he said. This is after going through, this is after they called the police on me. Before they called the police on me about me not trying to stop this stuff. But listen to this letter. I can't make this thing up. It says, Kabir, this is a response to your email entitled My Appeal to the Providence Academy Board. Received the afternoon of Saturday, December 15, 2018. I have authored this response with my unanimous support of the current board of Providence Academy. First, we would remind you that the board has no legal or ultimate biblical authority over Eileen or your children. Woo-wee. But it's a classical Christian school. So right there, they're telling you, we don't have any biblical authority, and we're not going to operate according to the Bible. Yes, we're a classical Christian school, but we're not operating in that. We only use that according to the word. But let him say, let me not do any assertion here. It says, just to remind you, the board has no legal or ultimate biblical authority over you, Eileen, or their children. In this country, he's right. When a marriage is ended in divorce, when divorced parents need to agree on the decision regarding their children, it is typically best that they work together to come to an agreement to utilize biblical counsel, right? The counsel should not come from the leaders of their churches Those who are tasked with the council should come from the leaders of their churches, those who are tasked with biblical authority over them. If they are unable to come to an agreement, then the legal system steps in. We understand the difficulties that this can bring, but we feel that we have clear understanding that the current legal custody issues, even though you neglect to attach the custody agreement as you stated you would, which I did later, but Ron had the copy. Second, if you had concerns about your children participating in the Christmas program, this should be, and I hope I'm not buffering, guys, right? Said one, said a thousand. Yes, you're right about that. Should have been addressed with Mr. Young, they call him Mr. Young, but Ron Young, much earlier in the year. You were provided with school calendar at the beginning of the school year that included the date of the program, and you should have been received the information through the school newsletter concerning the preparation of the concert. Instead of bringing your concern to Mr. Young at a time, he should have recommended that you attempt to come to an agreement with Eileen. I have to come to an agreement. She has the power. She has the state backing her up. So she doesn't have to talk to me. She doesn't have to get my permission. She can do whatever she wants. If I have a problem, I have to go hire a lawyer. I got to get the lawyer to do something, and they're not gonna, and the judge to do something. They're not gonna do anything because it doesn't require money. It's like, hey, you guys figure that out. So all roads lead back to the woman. That's why you shouldn't get a marriage license. But it says, come to an agreement with Eileen. You choose to wait until the less than 2 weeks before the program. You then choose to send a communication to the board 3 days before the program because that's how they slow you down. Ron says, I can't do anything. You need to take it to the board. But guess what? This year, I did it again. I called Ron. It's September. I don't want my children in the Christmas program. I don't want them doing any extracurricular activity. I'm making a public announcement. This is what's today's date? Today's date is September 20th. But they're going to still say, well, you should have said something before the school year. We'll find out. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'll keep you guys abreast. But it goes on, it says, third, you have provided no biblical evidence. Listen to this. This is after we did the debate. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Because if I'm not mistaken, Pastor Dow came down to Green Bay in November of 2018 and did the debate. Am I making this thing up? Did the third you have provided for the 12:9. God forbid the celebrating the birth of Christ. Otherwise, the angels would have been guilty of sinning when they celebrated his birth in Luke chapter 2, verse 12, 13 to 14. Guys, I gave them biblical. Am I buffering again? Oh, man, I hate this stuff. Can you guys hear me? Am I still buffering? Guys, I tell you, this is the I gave them biblical. Am I buffering? Be buffering now. It says we cannot. Let me keep reading. We cannot. It says we cannot and will not intervene in the way you have requested. We fully support the decision of Mr. Young, right? It says, what's yes? What do you mean by yes? Wormnetti, what do you mean by yes? Can you guys hear me? Am I still buffering? I shouldn't be buffering now. I should be getting better because I'm right by the repeater. Somewhere right here. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? I'm still buffering? Okay, how about right now? I'm right in the pathway of the signal. Can you guys hear me? You can't hear me? I'm not buffering. Okay, guys, give me an 8 if you can hear me. And if it's a 0, give me a 0 if I'm buffering. You're fine. Okay, thank you. All right, it says I'm almost in it, guys. It says, and this is what the letter ends. It says we cannot and will not intervene. Listen, guys, look right here. I can't make this thing up. Maybe you guys can pause it later. It says we cannot and will not intervene in the way you have requested, Kabir. We fully support the decision of Mr. Young, and we have found that he has followed school policy in dealing with your concerns. Please also remember that you have been asked in the past that when you have concerns to address with the board, that you do so in written form and mail that concerns to Providence Academy office. You know why they want it to be mailed? so they want to go through the snail mail, and then by the time they get to it, they won't really see it, and it'll be all late again. So I'm gonna write a little letter, and I'm just gonna keep it simple. I do not want my children in a Christmas program or any extracurricular activity without my permission. Period. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put a little stamp in there. Put it in. I'm not gonna even type it. I'm just gonna say, do not want any of the Gbaja-Biamila children a part of any extracurricular activity. All they can do is the basic stuff of school. They don't need to do it's called extra. They don't need to do the extra. All they got to do is the basics. But I don't want my children participating in any of the holidays. But they don't even care what the parents say. They're going to do this. So guys, I just read a letter right there for you. So let me end on this note. Homeschool is the best and the only option, because you can send your children to a Christian school. At the end of the day, they have their own agenda. They're going to do what they want to do. If you want things done right, you need to do it yourself. Yah never told us to put our children in public school, in Christian schools. He says you teach them. Teach them when they wake up, when they lie down, when they rise up. When they walk along the road, you do it. You have what it takes to teach these children. You saw these children right here. Well, they're not teaching these children how to cook. These little girls are learning how to be a woman, learning how to cook, how to be chase keepers. They're looking down, you see the examples, but they actually get to participate in it. So anyway, I hope this stimulated thought. Look into this stuff, but please, if you are truly a follower of the Most High, get your children out of the public school, out of private school. I used to be the biggest advocate for private school. It's a waste of money. All the money that I've raised for the school, time, energy, I regret it. Learn from me. I was the biggest donor, the biggest the promoter of Christian school. You do it yourself. You can do a better job, and you can solidify, because all you're doing is you're putting your children amongst other people. Then they end up, because they spend so much time with these teachers, they end up trusting the teacher more than they trust you, because the teachers are not honoring you. Here, even when Sister Evelyn is dealing with it, she always teaches the children to honor their parents. Straight up. She does not say, well, I trump you. Even if I come and say, this is how I want it, she will change and say, that's how your daddy wanted, that's how it's going to be done. Period. So guys, take it from me. I am the guy, I'm not the guy saying, man, I wonder what it would have been like to do private school or public school. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, Crenshaw High School, in the hood. If you ever seen the movie Boys in the Hood, that was my school. I put my children in private school, thought that, man, they got it better than me. Now with my new wife, and when we have children, never again will they lay foot in another school outside of home. Never again. Please, guys, please, I plead with you. Hear what I'm saying. I can't make this up. I was a board member. I was chair, vice president, or vice chair. I know the system. I was behind the system. I was a consumer. I was behind it. I was a promoter. I did it. Hear me out. I hope you guys hear my heart. I hope you take my counsel. Don't make the same mistake I made. Homeschool your children. All right. I hope you guys enjoy. Shalom.